Let's wait for a few minutes and see if people are joining. If people will join, then we will start. Right now, there is nobody in the chat, so yeah, let's wait for some time. Hello Akash, how are you? I'm good, I'm good. How about you? Also, if you can hear me, just confirm in the chat. Akash, if you can hear me, can you please confirm in the chat? Okay, good to know that. Just waiting for UK universities call up. Yeah, I think usually most of the universities tell you their decision around Feb and maybe March also. Some universities do give admit quite early in Jan or even in December. It depends on at what time you have applied. So yeah, from few universities I had got admit in early Jan, but there were few universities like University of Glasgow I got offer maybe I think it was in December. No, sorry, not December, but late March, I guess. Yeah, so it was around that time. Hello, everyone. I'm planning for data science with a sandwich year in Hertfordshire. What do you suggest me? Um, by sandwich year, do you mean placement year? Any update on job? I have applied and I'm talking with few people. So yeah, I have few calls tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on Monday, and then there are few calls on Tuesday also. So let's see, but nothing concrete as of yet. I've had talks with few other companies as well, but the thing is, they come for initial talks, they ask for visa and all. That's fine, but then they say that after 2 years we don't know what will happen, and we don't want you to put in jeopardy because after 2 years we won't be able to sponsor your visa. So something like that and also from few companies I've got mail like we have put this role on hold, so we are not currently hiring for this position, but if in future we want to hire someone for this position, we will get in touch with you. We are keeping a resume with us. So getting all sorts of emails, of course getting rejections as well, so those emails are also there. But yeah, that's the update for now. I'm doing fine, Chaitanya. I hope you are doing good as well. How are things now, seeing all layoffs news on LinkedIn? Yeah, it's not good still, so, and I don't think it's going to be better anytime soon. So it will take, at least in terms of uh, jobs and layoffs, this is going to last for maybe by the end of this year as well. So it is going to take time to recover companies. As for economic downfall, nobody knows when it is going to stop. So it can be a long term thing. So yeah, that's there. So yeah, sandwich year replacement year, it's fine. So people who don't really have too much experience, it's better to go for placement year, because then you will have 1 year extra for where you will be part of your university, and in that time you can also find job or even internship, and also you can work full time. It does not matter what field you're working in, so you can actually work in anything which is not even relevant to your course. But there are some universities which yeah, they do want you to work in a relevant field to be considered for placement years. So it totally depends on university to university. I'm not sure how Hertfordshire consider it. So do check out their placement year page, or even try to reach out to university and ask them, uh, in placement year, do you have to work in a relevant field, or can you work in any other job as well? So that is something you should just clarify. But yeah, people with no experience, I think placement year is a good option. What they mentioned, 2 year. Yeah, graduate visa is valid for 2 years. So after 2 years, some companies are fine in sponsoring your visa, some companies don't. So that's what they said. University of Kilkessie. I don't know much about this university. I looked into their course content long back. I don't remember exactly, but I think the course was okay. But in general, I don't really know much about this university. Can you apply USA for jobs? Yes, you can apply for jobs anywhere, but I think it's hard to find jobs in other countries, especially countries like USA. So because even if you find a job, probably getting H1B visa is actually very hard. So I don't know, and also personally, I don't want to go to US, so that's there. But yes, you can definitely apply, and if you are able to find something in US and your visa gets approved, I think that's really good if you really want to go to US. So yes, you can definitely apply. There is one specific website where they post jobs with visa sponsorship. I don't know if there is any website like that, because most of the websites, they allow people to post jobs from all different type of backgrounds, so they don't really restrict just for sponsorship. So I personally don't know, but if there is any website, please let us know in the chat. For MSc Data Science, I have offers from Leeds, Manchester, King's College, Queen Mary, and Glasgow. Which one, in your opinion, should I go with? So, all the universities which you have mentioned, they are really good universities. So, if you pick either of these, you will be fine. The thing is, fees difference I think is quite a lot in some of the university. I think Kings and Manchester, they are quite expensive. So if you're getting any scholarships, you need to consider that, and also you need to consider location. So Kings and Queen Mary, they are in London, Leeds University is in Leeds, Manchester is in Manchester, Glasgow is in Glasgow. So on top of that, all the locations are also pretty good, so they are big cities. So even if you are looking for part-time job, you will be able to find those in that. So in my opinion, I think all the universities are fine. If I had to pick one, I would probably go for mm, Glasgow or Leeds maybe. Queen Mary is also close to these. Manchester and Kings is, I think, is just too expensive. So that's the reason. But if you are fine with paying that much fees, and if you feel like the course content is similar to other universities, I think you can go for any of the universities. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Data science with placement here in Hertfordshire, Northumbria, Coventry, Middlesex. Which one will you suggest? Mm, I think Hertfordshire and Coventry University will be my top pick, and then Middlesex and probably Northumbria will come at fourth. Having said that, it's not like one university is very good as compared to other one. They are very close to each other. It all comes down to course content. But one thing you need to note is, I think Coventry University has quite a lot of modules, different modules, and they teach in blocks. So probably it can get little hectic if you don't know much about data science. So in that case, I think sticking to Northumbria or Hertfordshire or even Middlesex would be a better option. So as a rule of thumb, when you apply to a university or if you want to choose one university, it, what I tell people is that if you are very new to data science and if you don't know a lot and if you have a lot of things to learn, choose a university which has less modules, but also they are covering all the important topics like programming for data science, statistics, data analysis, machine learning. So these kind of things, and deep learning is probably optional for people who don't know machine learning. So that's what I suggest. And deep learning should not be a deal breaker for, again, people who are just starting out in data science, because before getting to deep learning, it's very important to understand machine learning, and there are a lot of companies, they are still uh, want to use machine learning as opposed to deep learning. So that's what I can suggest. Hey bro, is there any work limit during PSW? So no, there is no work limit because they have not mentioned any limit on their website. So I would say there is no work limit. I have admits from Bath, Sheffield, Durham, Glasgow, and Bristol for data science. Please help me select one. If I had to select one, I would select either Bath or Glasgow. Then at second place, it will be Sheffield or Durham. At last, I will put Bristol. So that is my personal opinion. Why not US? It's just I don't like US. That's all. There is nothing like the job market or anything or salary or something like that. Obviously those things are really good in US companies. There are so many companies, there are so many jobs. Obviously the salary is much higher as compared to EU countries or even UK. Now they are not part of EU, so I have to mention it separately. So yeah, um, It's just that I don't like US, that's all. I currently work as data science intern. I find ML interesting. Then whole data science, which course should I take? MSML or MS Data Science? So as per my knowledge, there aren't many universities which are offering masters in machine learning specifically. So I think your best bet would be to go for MSc in data science. But if you can find some good universities with MSc in ML, or even any university which is offering good course in ML, I think you can go for that if you are very much interested in machine learning. So yeah. Why you are not interested to go to US? It's just I don't like US. That's all. It's just personal opinion. I got unconditional offer letter from Coventry. When can I expect final offer letter along with scholarship? Um, if you have unconditional offer letter, you will get your cash letter um, 3 months before your course starts. So that's when you usually get your cash letter. So that's there. Cash letter is nothing but confirmation of statement of acceptance. So that is that. And if you already have scholarship mentioned in your unconditional offer, it will also be mentioned in your cash letter. So yeah. Hey, how's your job search? Are you receiving any callbacks? So yeah, I did receive few calls, but yeah, and again, after talking, let's say initial calls, and talking about visa status and all, I haven't received anything yet. And most of the roles are for data analysis, so that's there, and they're asking for Excel and SQL, things like that. So that is also something that I need to consider. But yeah, I have got few calls. I have few meetings on Monday and Tuesday also. So yeah, let's see what happens, but nothing concrete as of yet. Bro, you are mentioned in the last video that I have other thoughts. What is it? So other plans are PhD option. So I like this academics setup, and also I've talked about this quite a lot on my channel also as well. So PhD is something I'm interested in. So if I can find a good PhD with um, proper fundings, so I can probably go for PhD as well, because I like it. I like the research aspect of anything. So that is something else. Apart from that, if in few months I'm not able to get anything, then probably I will have to look for part-time jobs, because I will be running out of my savings, and to live here in the UK it is again getting expensive, so I need to find something. So that is also there, but that is the last option. So currently I am applying for jobs and also looking for some good PhD options. So that's the plan at this point. Along with that, of course, YouTube is there, and I'm also working on a platform which probably will help a lot of international students who would want to study in foreign countries, not just in UK but in any other country. So that's there. The thing is, my friend and I, we are working on this platform, and we are not really good with front end part. So we are struggling with the front end. We need to get that thing done. So as soon as we are done with the front end, I will definitely let you know guys about that platform, and hopefully that will help you. Dubath has higher reputation than the other universities I mentioned above in eyes of employer? Also, does it have higher graduate prospects? Um, all the mentioned universities are quite good, so it's not like Bath is the best university out of them. And also employers, they obviously look at the university. Brand name always matters, but it's not like uh, that is a deal breaker. So I've talked about this in quite a lot of videos and live stream as well. If there is a university, there are two universities and they are separated by just 15, 20, even 100 rank, it's not gonna make a huge impact. So that's there. And also, if there are two people from university A which ranks around, let's say, 100 in world, and there is another candidate which graduated from a university which ranks around 700 in world ranking. So if they have equivalent skills, then definitely the first call will go to someone from top university. But if the student from university which ranks low has better projects, has better skill sets, has better experience, or even portfolio, so that candidate will get call before someone who has graduated from a good university. So it's just like that. ML NLP Computer Vision, which domain do you think have more jobs in the UK? Um, I would say ML, and using ML you can do NLP and computer vision. So I think NLP and computer vision comes under machine learning. So, but still, machine learning. If I just remove natural language processing and computer vision from machine learning, I would say still machine learning has more jobs as compared to natural language processing and computer vision. Are 6 months enough to get job after masters? Looking at current scenario, I don't think it is, because some of our friends, we graduated in what? We finished our masters in September. So yeah, October, September, October, November, December, January. So it's been just 4 months now, but yeah. Um, I think it's hard to find a job in just 6 months. Maybe a year would be a better option, but 6 months, it's looking hard at this point. If things were good, if there were jobs, I think it was totally possible. But looking at current scenario, I don't think it's easy to find job in just 6 months. Why Bath is not part of Russell Group? Any specific reason? I don't know about this. Why they're not part of Russell Group, or yeah, I don't know exactly. Or are they? I can't find a reason. I just quickly Google why Bath is not uh, Russell Group University. I can't really find much. Maybe they just decided not to be part of, because there are some really good universities like University of St Andrews. They are not part of Russell Group University, and University of Exeter is again a very good university, and they are not part of. Oh, sorry, Exeter is a part of Russell Group University. St Andrews is not a part of Russell Group University. So there are some good universities, but still they they haven't joined Russell Group. Maybe there will be some requirement you will have to adhere to some things which probably that university uh, do not want to do that. So yeah, but I don't know any particular reason. As your gate is valid, why don't uh, try approaching professors in India? What is platform? So the thing is, I also have a loan that I need to pay. So even if I take some opportunity in India, let's say PhD also, so the stipend that you will get, it won't be enough to pay back uh, pay back my loan. So I need to consider that as well. And if I find a research assistant role in the university along with my PhD, I think it will be possible. But I think the problem is it's relatively hard to find a research assistant role along with your PhD in India as compared to what it is here. So, and also here you will get more money as a research assistant or even teaching assistant. So uh, it will be sufficient enough to pay back my monthly EMI. So that is the reason. Innovation management, risk management, introduction to marketing analytics, business process management with SAP. These optional modules I have in business analytics program. I have option to choose to. I am from non-IT background, which will help in long run. Um, I think risk management is something which most companies would want, because managing risk is obviously something which most companies would want to do. Marketing analytics is also something which, again, a lot of companies would want. Uh, Business process management with SAP. I don't have much idea about SAP, so I can't really say anything about it. Uh, if I had to take two, I would probably take risk management and marketing analytics. But again, I would say before choosing any optional module, it is better to talk to module leader and understand what things they will be covering under these modules, because by just looking at the names you can't actually judge any modules, because I did that in my masters and it did not go very well. So I picked cloud computing and I saw modules, it was looking really good, but then the thing is, the final project that we did, it was essentially just data analysis, and it wasn't much about cloud computing. So by just looking at the name, I can say that this might be good, this might be bad, but it's important that you talk to module leader and ask them whether this module will be appropriate for you and what things they will be covering as part of a particular module. Is it possible to apply in other countries for jobs after masters in UK? Do they accept UK masters? Yes, they do. I did apply to some of the companies uh, in Germany, and I did get a few mails, and we were in conversation, but again they put that role on hold, so that did not go very well. But yes, definitely they do give consideration to people from other countries as well. I saw a lot of roles on Read for DS and ML role with decent pay scale too. Are you applying for them? Yes, I have applied for a lot of them, and lot of on lot of different platforms as well. So yeah, they don't even mention that we cannot sponsor. Yeah, that's the thing. They don't sometimes they don't mention that they cannot sponsor your visa, but then when you have your initial calls, they always ask what type of visa you're on, and if they're able to find a candidate which has equivalent skills as as that of yours. And if they don't need a visa, then obviously they will go for them. And that's the thing. Most of the jobs, they don't mention that they will not sponsor your visa. So that is there, but ultimately they don't want to. But yeah, I have applied on a lot of different platforms, and on LinkedIn alone, I think I have applied for more than around 500 jobs, not more than, but yeah, around 500. I have done BSc in chemistry with distinction, but now I want to do data science. So can I do MS in data science in UK? UK allows the stream change. They do allow, and most of the universities on their website, they do mention that you need to have bachelor's in mathematics or computer science, but they do accept applications from people from different backgrounds. So in chemistry is part of science, so I think it should be fine. And if you can just show that you have done some certification, if you can show that you are trying to learn programming and you have some programming skills in your SOP, I think it should be fine. What are some major job roles for MSc Data Science graduates in UK if I come for September 23 intake? After completing the course, what will be like job market in your opinion? So job roles which you can apply for after your MSc Data Science is obviously data scientist, data analyst, data engineer. If you if your university is covering around let's say Power BI or Tableau, you can apply for data visualization as well, even if you don't know Power BI or something, because some companies they solely rely on Python and R Shiny. So you can apply for those roles as well. You can also apply for business analyst if you have some experience, or if you know tools like Excel properly, and if you are very good with your communication skills. So you can apply for those roles as well. Of course, you can apply for machine learning and deep learning engineer as well. So Roshan, I'm finalizing Bath after a lot of thoughts. Any downside you think Bath has? I would appreciate some negative points if can think of some. Uh, to nitpick anything, I think I will have to go to their website and probably pick something. So what I can do is I will just take a note of it and I will let you know in the comments if that helps. So yeah, so I'll have to nitpick. I will have to pick something which is probably non-relevant or something. Maybe their fees, it might be high, so that could be something. But as long as you can afford that fees, I think it should be fine. But yeah, I will again look at their course content, their website, and see if I can find something, and I will let you know in the comments. Did you apply for 500 job after your first job? No, it's in total. So this after this job which I was working in, I think I've applied for 200 or 250 jobs, I guess. Yeah, or maybe 200. Yeah, somewhere around that. So that's the thing. But total count is around 500. Bath covers all the topics apart from NLP and text processing. Do you think that's enough? I will learn NLP on my own. Yeah, NLP is again very niche thing, and if you are going to a company, let's take an example of OpenAI. So they are building Chat GPT. So if they want to hire someone, just for chat gpt, then probably they will look for someone with NLP. But ultimately, if you are able to learn all the basic and core stuff, then you can obviously learn NLP on your own. It's not like you will have to spend another year or something to learn NLP. So it's important to have strong foundation, and it's important to not run behind fancy stuff. So yeah, that's there. Having strong foundation is more important than going for trending things. Mm, so sir, can you please suggest me some universities or colleges which allows the students to do masters with different field like me? um, it's not like there are specific universities which will accept, because even in Newcastle University on their website they have mentioned that you need to have a degree in bachelor's degree in computer science, mathematics or related field. But in my batch there were people from pharmaceutical background, so it's not like you can just look at the university's website and say that okay, this university will allow me to submit my application and this won't. So there is nothing like that. You will have to see based on other factors as well. Do you like the course content? Do you like the location? Is the fees in your budget? If those things are fine, you can either before starting your application or before writing your SOP, you can mail admission team with your profile that you have done your BSc in chemistry, and you have done some Python certification, or you have done some minor projects. So are you eligible to apply for this master's program? So usually they are very responsive, and admission team do let you know about these things. So yeah, it is highly suggested that if you're confused about your profile, email admission team, and they do get back to you quite soon. How you lost your job? Have you got it back? So answer to the second question is, have you got it back? No. How did I lose my job? So it's a I talked about in previous live stream also, so most people here know about it. But just to reiterate for you, so it was a very small company. It was a startup. They hired me for a data science project, but they did not get that project, and that was a very important, a very big project which they lost. So obviously they won't have funding for me to keep to be in the company. So yeah, they had to just lay me off. So that's how I lost my job. And by the way, we have started our Discord server as well. I will put the notice in Telegram group as well, so do join that Discord server. We have created just to keep things more manageable, because on Telegram it's just one group and all the messages from various different topics come in one place, and you can't really manage, or you can't really look for something specific. If you want, of course you can search with keyword, but if you can't find a keyword, then probably it will be hard. So that's why we have created different sections, and obviously we have mentioned for what purpose a particular section in that server is. So do join Discord server as well. Yeah, so do join Discord server. Is data science course is really hard? Hmm. It is very much dependent on individuals and their past experience. If you are good with your programming skills, if you are sound with your uh, mathematical skills, I think it's not that hard. But if you are very new to these things, it can probably get a little bit harder. I have seen many data science and ML roles with a salary offering of itna plus. Are they even real? And if our profile is good, could we land a job of that salary range? Yes, there are a lot of companies, they are offering that kind of salary, and it is real. But again, it, of course, your profile is good, yes, you can get. So it all comes down to your profile. But again, the competition is also really high. The good part about LinkedIn is it actually tells you how many people have applied, but on other platforms they don't tell you how many people have applied. And sometimes when I get call from the hiring manager, while just talking, they sometimes tell that we have got around 200 applications or something. So it is possible that the competition is just too high. And there are people with like very much extensive experience. So there are people with like 6, 7, 8 years of experience. Some people have like 10 years of experience. So obviously those people will have much better chances of getting calls. And now that they have been in the industry for 10 years, obviously they know how industry works and how to convince the interviewer or something like that. So obviously they will have much better chances of getting those jobs. But yeah, these are actually real. But again, even if you have a very good profile, the competition is just too high right now. Obviously, because there are very few jobs, many people have been laid off, so they are also in market. And people are continuously coming for data science courses. So there are around 100 universities, more than that, 120, I think 130. Almost all the universities are providing data science courses. Some universities are offering uh, multiple courses like data science, data analytics, data science in AI, data science in something else. So things like that. And almost in all the batches there are people from 60 to 100. So you see, there are so many people who are coming every year, but then there aren't enough jobs. So, and in that there are freshers, there are people with lot of experience, there are people in mid of their career. So that is there. Will job situation change in coming future? Like coming 1 year or so, can students after graduation, after 1 year, eligible for more jobs? Are you in London now? So no, I'm not in London right now. I'm in Newcastle. And to answer Chaitanya's question, um, it's kind of hard that, because nobody can see end of Russia-Ukraine war. So that is a very major factor. On top of that, countries are just playing politics. I don't want to get into that. Uh, but things are not looking really good, especially for UK. I can say that things are not looking very good, because after Brexit, they thought that things will be good, but because of COVID, most of the impact was uh, not visible, and all the blame was put on COVID. But now that things are much more settled from COVID side, people can see that there's a huge impact of Brexit on UK. So they have lost lot of customers. There were few people, in an interview they said that they lost 70% of their customers. So businesses which are in the UK, they lost 70% of their customers because they were coming from EU, and also lot of truck drivers and stuff, they were coming from EU. Now they don't have that as well. So everything is kind of messed up, and now they are thinking to bring this new graduate rule sort of thing, which is 6 months, and reducing it from 2 years, which is again looking like a bad move. So it's not looking really good even within a year or so. So that's what I can say on this, but I would still want things to be better. But if I just have to predict, or if I just have to speculate about it, I don't think it is getting any better anytime soon. Any updates regarding your job? Also, in 60 days rule of US of finding new companies apply in UK as well. So I haven't got a job, that's the update. And what is this 60 days rule of US? If you can just elaborate, because I am not aware of this particular rule. So if you can just let us know in the chat, that would be really helpful. And if I know something relevant, I think you're talking about visa, from visa's perspective. So yes, even sponsored visas are like this. So if you're, let's say if a company says that we are firing you, and you were on let's say skilled visa, you will have 60 days to find another skilled worker visa, and you can actually find it. But the thing is, if I had waited for 60 days, and if I wanted to find another job in 60 days, I would be finishing my student visa was ending on 20 Jan, so I had to apply for graduate visa before that. And if I had wait for 60 days, then obviously that time period would have been gone. So I had to apply for graduate visa so that I can be the in the UK. And when you apply for graduate visa, it supersedes your skilled worker visa. So skilled worker visa is now gone, because now I am on graduate visa. So it's something like that. I have got into admission in Newcastle University. So can you tell me how is MSc Data Science in Newcastle University, and which subject you choose from optional modules? I have like extensive playlist on MSc Data Science from Newcastle University. So if you want to check out that playlist, I think you will get lots and lots of information from that. As for optional module, I think I would have talked about this in my videos, but I will still go through it. I was doing MSc in data science, specialization in AI. So I think deep learning was mandatory module for me. In terms of optional modules, um, from image processing, something like that, versus cloud computing, I took cloud computing, which was a bad choice from in my opinion. And what was the second optional? I think for me deep learning was compulsory, so I think I had just one optional. So I chose cloud computing, but in my opinion that was not a good option. So choosing image processing or that module, I think that would be a better option. My mathematics is excellent. I am in 11th standard now. Also I am in CBSE board, will also take JE exam for IT admission for data science. That's good to know. In that case, I think for you data science should not be a big issue. Which building we will have data science class in? So you will have your classes in urban sciences building. So yeah, that is where your classes will be there. What is the difference between MS and MTech in data science? So MTech is a course which is only in India, I think, and in worldwide it's MSc. So it's just a nomenclature for same degree. So yeah, that's there. Today we have just 3 likes because I did not ask. Yeah, if you are finding this live stream to be helpful, please do give this live stream a thumbs up, because it always helps me with YouTube algorithm, and also it keeps me motivated to keep coming live and talk to you guys like this in person, and have a good discussion here. Bro, what's the workload during masters? Like, how many days in week you have to attend classes, and info about assessments? So how many days in the week? It very much depends on which semester you are in. In first semester, I think there were less classes. I think uh, 3 days out of 5, and on rest of the days you can literally do whatever you want, or maybe you will have to attend labs. So it was structured in that way. As for structure, in second semester there were quite a lot of classes. I'm talking about Newcastle University. The structure could be different for other universities. So in second semester we had classes on all 5 days, but then it was not like the whole day. It was like 3-4 hours of class, and maybe some labs. So yeah, I think all in all, in a week, at max 20 hours of classes. That's all that you have to attend. Will Germany be better option in current scenario for MSc, as they have lot of vacant positions even in recession? Yes, I would say so, and Germany is definitely better than UK right now. So in current scenario, I think Germany would be a much better option as compared to the UK. In data science, what is AI and machine learning? So if you take a Venn diagram, this is AI. In this you have machine learning, in this you have deep learning, and then there is another circle here which is data science, and it has intersection with AI, which deals with machine learning, AI, and training a model and things. But in data science there are other things which are domain knowledge. There are data analysis part, which you will probably do in machine learning as well, because you need to know which features are good for predicting and which features are not really that good. So that is there. But yeah, the big part and the big difference between AI, machine learning, and data science is the domain knowledge. So yeah, that is there, but then they do have an intersection which is machine learning. I hope that made a little bit sense. I just drew everything in air. But yeah, do we have good number of part-time jobs in Newcastle? The people I knew in my batch, they did part-time jobs. So most of the people were able to find a part-time job. So yes, I would say so. But if you want to compare, because obviously a good number is a relative term, so if you want to compare it with some of the bigger cities, in that case obviously there are less jobs in Newcastle as compared to cities like London, or Birmingham, or Manchester. Can you explain your one-to-one meeting on the channel, like duration and number of times? So there are different ways how you can book a one-to-one meeting. One is by taking the channel membership. So, but then the problem is there are many people who are not able to find join option. So for that I have also posted a separate link which you can use to book one-to-one meeting, and each meeting is for half an hour, because in that time, so far whatever I have conducted, we usually able to discuss almost all the key points. So that's there. Number of times, if you are a member, you can book uh, one-to-one meetings until you are a member of the channel. And for if you are not able to join a channel membership, then definitely you can use the separate link provided. So there is no limit on that actually. So yeah, that's there. And now I'm also thinking about if people are channel members, and uh, if they have one-to-one meeting, I'll ask them to record that meeting, and I will post that in the members section only, so that if they want to watch that meeting at later point, they can always come back and watch. And also, if you choose to join a channel membership, and if you go through a particular meeting recording, and if you're able to get your queries resolved from that, then probably you will not have to wait for a particular time to schedule a meeting. You will get your answers there. But if you get a follow-up question, then again you can schedule a meeting, and then you can discuss something else. So I think that would be even better for channel members. So that is also I am thinking to do. But again, I will have to ask channel members, so if they are comfortable with that. If they're comfortable, then obviously I will post the recording in the members only section. Hey, if start new YouTube channel, may I approach you for shout out? I have not done that in the past, but if it's something relevant, then definitely we can work together. Uh, it's not like I don't wanna help anyone, because I know the pain, because I never had any helping hands right from the beginning. So when I started, I just started posting videos one after other, and for a very long time there was no response. But after some time, people started finding the videos to be helpful, and it took off. But yes, if you have something relevant to what I do on my channel, then definitely we can work together. Is MTech better or MSc better for data science for good salary? Uh, if I think you are in 11th class, so if you go for BTech from IITs, I think you don't need MTech or MSc. So so yeah, you will not need any MTech or MSc. In terms of course content, I think MTech is obviously only in India, so it's very much theoretical. And MSc, which is being taught in other countries like UK, it's very much practical, so you gain a very practical knowledge. There are some countries which are giving you MSc course, but still they are mix of theory and practicals. Countries like Ireland and Germany. So yeah, that's there. In my opinion, if you want to gain practical knowledge, then definitely MSc. And if you do MTech in from universities like IITs, I think that would be fine. German universities don't allow to change stream for masters. Yeah. So in that case, I think if you are from some different background, then probably you'll have to mm, go for countries like UK. Actually, German universities are very strict in terms of what kind of students they take. So yeah, I agree with that. Is consultant is good for applying universities or by own? Will SAFE and IELTS is mandatory for masters in UK for data science, or class 12th English score is fulfilled? Uh, for I would say I tried both. I applied using consultancies and I also applied on my own. And in my personal experience, I would say I got offered much sooner when I applied on my own, because obviously I was taking care of all the fields properly, and I was I filled the form properly, and of course I've submitted additional documents as well. Whereas when consultancies apply, they have to apply for like thousands of students, so they only fill mandatory stuff, and that's how they do. So I would say applying on your own is a better option, but if you want help for visa process, I think you can ask consultancies. They will help you with visa. And for IELTS, there are universities where IELTS is mandatory, but then there are lots of universities they don't ask for IELTS, so that's there. Even Duolingo score work fine, so that's there. And there are very few universities which give you IELTS waiver based on your 12th score. So yes, there are universities for all different types of requirements, and yeah, you need to see which university is much more suitable for you. You're welcome, Ashutosh. uh, Newcastle currency is British pound. Yes, so Newcastle comes in the UK, specifically in England. So the currency is British pound. Thanks for now, Roshan. All the best for your job. Please don't forget the review of MSc Data Science at Bath versus MSc Data Analytics at Sheffield. It would help a lot of confused people like me. I think I noted about negative points of path. I will see. But by just looking at course name, I can say the data science and data analytics, they are different courses. So it depends on what you want rather than which university to go to. But then yeah, I will look into it and see if it's just the name of the course or modules are also different. So I think these are the questions that we had, and also we are just over an hour. If you don't have any more questions, I will end the stream now. You're welcome, Varun. You're welcome, Chaitanya. Alright, guys, then have a great weekend and happy learning. Bye.